Alrighty folks, so we've got some new missions to get into here in Nightingale. With 0.3 came a ton of cool things, but I was actually really looking forward to this edition of missions because it adds Edgar Allan Poe and Joan of frickin' Arc. I'm stoked to get into these, so let's talk to Wilhelmina and see what's up. So Wilhelmina says, "How fortuitous, Realmwalker. There's been quite an exciting development, and I've a rather profitable venture to offer one as capable as yourself. What's this exciting development?" I knew you had an eye for enterprise, of course. I've intercepted an interesting bit of correspondence, and it seems that our presence in the realm has had a most gainful impact. See for yourself. Oh, hey. Okay. This looks like it's, got something to do with, the Hope and, the Spark of Hope event. Jeez, I didn't expect them to have, like, a mission for this. That's kind of cool. As I'm to understand it, the hope we humans tend to spread has started showing up in the strangest of places as a novel essence. Go on. I'm not much for the details of such esoteric balderdash, but what I would appreciate is as much of that hopeful essence as you could bring me. My associate is offering fine compensation, I can assure you. We've come into possession of some exciting new stock for someone willing to oblige my request. Of course, I'd not dawdle. Here's a funny thing, ebbing and flowing on a whim, and I doubt this essence will stick around. Therein lies the value, you understand. But I've already got some of that essence. We already kind of completed things. So let's just kind of plow through this and get to the new missions. Alright, have you heard any new rumors lately? Always. Something particular you're looking for? Have you heard of anyone notable out in the realms? I'll understand if you're doubtful, what with the rabble's relentless paranoia, but it seems there's a flesh and blood fae quite near. A bard, I'm told, singing most enchanting, unseelie songs, sure to entrap the unwary in an endless dance. Such rumors follow from a forest astrolab realm, and while I can't advise a meeting, I would love to see what becomes of you in the aftermath. I think Miss Sassy here is underestimating us. But next up she says, I heard a most curious tale from a recent visitor about a woman gallivanting about in a suit of armor. Gave them quite the fright, thinking they'd stumbled upon some centuries-old ghost in the desert hunt. Okay, so this is probably Joan of Arc. I must say, I'm not one to believe in ghost stories, and I'd be quite intrigued to know the real tale. And lastly here, now here's a report I can scarcely believe. Hidden away in a forest gloom realm, the mad poet himself, Edgar Allan Poe. Though my informant spoke to him most clearly, he stared right through them, seized by some terrible otherworldly affliction. But have we a true encounter with a man 40 years dead, or some rather deranged imposter? I suppose you'll have to see for yourself. I think I'd like to do the Joan of Arc quests first. So let's make our way off to a desert hunt and see this woman gallivanting about in a suit of armor. Cool, and there she is, a hop, skip, and a jump away. Looks like she's got like a little house here, and then like a training area. She's got a nice house. Whoa. Oh, right, no, this is one of the new infestations. Okay. Blap. Grenade the house! Okay, so this is Joan of Arc's place. It's not too bad. I mean, like, it's kind of beat up. It's a little beat up here, Joan. What are you doing? You should sweep or something. Joan says, hold a moment. I would have words, stranger. Speak freely? Few who cross my path have dared to lock eyes so willingly. What manner of deed has brought you here? Be you warrior, scavenger, or craven? You look more capable than most I have met. I'd say I'm none and wear no such labels. Bloodless, it would seem, but there is a place for all in this fight. Excuse my boldness, but I must ask you to aid in a matter most grave. There is a great war approaching. Having set their foul pale to divide us, an army of wicked fae now prepare to strike a fatal blow to all humanity. I am called to lead an army of defenders, restore the Red Cross Knights, and fight our long-dormant foes. So I beseech you, stand with me. This chick's nuts, man. Alright, what would you have me do? My aim is to construct a barracks here, where I may begin assembling my army. But progress has been slow, and I spend much of my time fending off these bound. I would not see soldiers join my army until I am able to provide for them. Yet the coming war draws near, and I must amass a force with haste. This is where you could be of service. So, of course, this is where we gotta do something. So, of course, let me know what you need. Thank you. Your faith means a great deal. Though we are each called to be the salt and light of this world, few have the bravery to live as such. If you wish to assist me, provisions are my greatest concern at present. The items on this list would be a great help. St. Michael guide you. I think that... What are you doing over here? Friggin' get out of here! Okay, so... I'm slightly concerned that Joan of Arc is just some deranged woman literally running around in a suit of armor that she found on the side of the street. But, either way, she's asking for a real tall task here. Friggin' 5 Chaspot rifles, 15 bullets, that's okay. But like 3 bullets per rifle, what are you planning on doing with that? And then 10 tack, I don't think I've even made tack before. So let's make these rifles out of the cheapest materials possible. And for the tack, we're just gonna have to make do with what we got. Alright, Joan, if that is even your real name, I brought you your food and guns. You return. Let us make haste. I have your provisions. Oh, cool. This is kind of neat. It's like a new interface. And then our tack. And there we go. Good. These supplies are needed more urgently than ever. While you were away, I was besieged yet again by the Bound. They know of my holy mission and seek to undermine me. I am certain. Can I do anything to help? You are going to offer, but these creatures are my burden to bear. I alone know the truth of the Bound and their ghastly aims. I believe the Fae they belong to are the same who seek our demise. The Winter Court and their queen, Byra, long absent from the realms, but no more. Far before the disappearance of the lost army at her hands, she plotted our downfall, and now amasses these foul soldiers to herald our end. Alright, I met a guy that was studying the Bound, and he did not share your certainty about them. I do not begrudge anyone their curiosity, but he is wasting his time. I know the Bound's purpose, and I know who they serve. They must be stopped. This is all that matters. Hindered by endless questions, the Lost Army's fate will soon be ours. Okay, what must we do next? The barracks must be constructed without delay. If we cannot have safe harbor from the Bound, our efforts will be thwarted before they begin. I cannot help to build an adequate structure while so occupied with defense. I must know that those who join my army will find refuge here. Alright, just tell me where to start. So, yet again, we're gonna be just as cheap as possible, and we'll put down a simple stick tent here. Alright, with that in place, let's put in just a couple bedrolls here. And there we go! A circle of beds! I'm not gonna lie, it actually looks kind of sick. And then lastly, our campfire here. Then we'll get rid of these bellows. Then we'll place in the sewing bench and the simple alchemical boiler. And then for our lighting, we'll use a rustic standing lamp. And even though there was a refined workbench right there, we'll still have to build our own. And there we go, everything is done. My compatriot returns. Have you need of me? The barracks are complete. I can hardly express my gratitude for your work here. This place will be the training ground for humanity's finest defenders. You have already done much, but with doom on the horizon, I must make another request of you. In honesty, its purpose is twofold. There is a wrong I wish to set right, and in doing so, it would prove your commitment to my cause, that you two are ordained for this task. Okay, let's hear this task. You have noticed that only 3 seasons seem to exist in the realms, yes? This is not their natural state, nor has it come about by chance. The Winter Court has dominion over their namesake, and for reasons I cannot fathom, they now withhold it. Some see this as a blessing, but for many of the realm's creatures, it means disaster. One such beast we call Humbaba. Okay. I think the crickets are attacking the wall there, but go on. Old Red Cross texts describe them as docile beasts, immensely powerful, but attacking only when threatened or starving. With winter absent, their migrations have become confused, and often they find themselves lost and starving in the realms we now inhabit. What are you doing? What is this thing doing? I'm in the middle of a conversation. Defenseless civilians have no hope against so magnificent a creature, and the ruins... Joan, are you okay? And anyway, where can I find the Humbaba? Yeah, where can I find the Humbaba? It is said that they can travel freely through the void between realms, but it is the swamp hunt where they are seen most often. The Winter Court is to blame for this bloodshed, and one day they will pay for all they have wrought. I have like a million crickets just chirping in my ears. So I pray you will bring the sharpest blade and make its end a merciful one. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely for sure. But first things first. Get out of here! So we're off to a swamp hunt, and we're just gonna go to a regular hunt here because we don't really need high quality Humbaba materials. And let's see here, normally you could spot out the apex creatures from quite a ways away, and there is Humbaba, so let's go. Alright, let's just run up on him. Bam! And there we go. I guess that was kind of merciful. Nice! We made it back before the bugs despawned. Alright, so let's see what Joan's saying here. My compatriot returns. Have you need of me? I sought out a Humbaba, as you asked. Then tell me, have they been laid to rest? Yeah, the beast's been slain. Magnificent! Oh, hey, there's the armor! Great, cool. Magnificent! You returned victorious, as I knew you would, my friend. The Humbaba threatens our people no longer, and we will yet know victory in the righteous battle ahead. When Saint Michael first came to me, I doubted my worthiness, but I see now that was folly. In leading my army to achieve what you have, I will be deserving of my role as champion. This is the Lord's purpose for me. You have shown that beyond doubt. I'm just happy I could help. And help you have, more than you know. The time has come to prepare. After all you've done, I feel truly ready to begin my work. Okay. I really want to ask... I am Joan of Arc, but here is the answer I suspect you are looking for. I was not born knowing my true identity. I lived a different life for many years, but Saint Michael showed me the truth. I am Joan reincarnated, brought back to the mortal world once more to serve as the defender of all who cannot defend themselves, vanquisher of any who would seek to oppress us. Okay, thank you for telling me. And thank you for your understanding. This has been, at times, a difficult path to walk. Is there anything more I could do for you? You've done more than enough. Now I begin gathering my Red Cross Knights in earnest. The Winter Court has had long to prepare for this fight. I only hope that our will shall prove stronger. When war is upon us, and it will be, I shall come calling. Our meeting bears the mark of divine providence, and it will be an honor to fight beside you when the day comes. Man, this voice is exhausting. Okay, so here's my headcanon. Joan was actually just a crazy cat lady back in the 1800s who managed to fall into one of the Fey portals, and then she found like a suit of armor and became like completely delusional and convinced herself she was Joan of Arc. So let's put up this sword and shield so we can make this armor. And I think it looks really good. I'm really excited for the future of Nightingale when we'll maybe have like swords and rapiers to use. I think it'll be really cool with the crafting system. So it's been a bit since our last clip. I put together a previous suit, and it is really difficult to put together a nice looking Red Cross armor. It's got this red and white on it that's really difficult to work with. So I'm just putting together like a pursuit, it's just kind of meh together, but hopefully the colors will turn out okay. And here is the final result, and it's looking kind of Christmassy, I'm not gonna lie, but I think that the desert fiber down for the pants was a good choice. That actually winds up working out pretty okay with the rest of the outfit. For metal, you probably just have to go with steel for the best looking outfit. Maybe copper or bronze would also look pretty good, but having the crazier colored steels on this thing just looks a little bit too out there. But stat-wise for a mid-game armor, it's actually pretty good, and it's got a lot of health on it, so it turns you into a bit of a tank. It's pretty interesting using a more defensive set of clothing. Most of the clothing in the game feels like it's geared more towards offense, and that you would really have to kind of design it with health in mind. But with this outfit, it seems to kind of come with all the health you'd need, and then if you would want to add even more, you could do so. So I think it's actually, again, a really good mid-game armor. So there you go, folks. We still have the other two missions to look forward to, but I thought I'd start with the one that has the best rewards. I want to know, what do you think of the Red Cross armor? I think if I had a while to sit with it, I could probably think up a build. But for now, as it's more of a mid-game armor, we won't really be focusing on that till we're done our late-game builds. But either way, I'm rambling here. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you want, maybe consider subscribing to stick around. But for now, I will catch you all in the next one. Until then, peace.